Juwuanna came to us in January, and I brought her in. Shayla brought her up there, and she came in, and her little, I have to say, as we talked through everything, her little smile is what got me, because she sat there, we were in the living room area, and she kind of had her head down, but she'd always like smile up at me, and I just knew, what I knew is that she had a sincere heart. That's what really came to me out of the whole situation, because I knew it was going to be a challenge for her, and that there was a lot going on and a lot of stuff she needed to get through. But she is like, if I talk about Juwuanna, her challenges were immense, but her attitude was even greater. So that's what I loved about Juwuanna, and getting to know her. It's been a journey. It's been funny and fun, and we've had ups and downs in the sense of just trying to figure things out, never an up or down with how I feel about Juwuanna. But, and so, yeah, I will go over that one. That is a good one. But yeah, so anyway, just trying to teach her kind of a whole new way of thinking. And she was living in a hotel at the time. And so we went over there, and I loved her, paid for a couple more nights till we could get her in, and really, really believed in her and what she could do. So
before I say anything, I want to give all honor and glory to God. If it hadn't been for His grace, His mercy, and His favor, I would not stand in before you today. Every step I took, every tear I cried, every door that opened was because of God, and never stopped carrying me. And when I felt like I couldn't carry myself. My name is Juwuanna Thompson, and today I stand before you as a proud graduate at Hillcrest program. But before I tell you who I am today, I want to tell you about the woman I used to be. Just a short time ago, my son DeQuan and I was living in a hotel room. Every morning, I got up and went to work. Every day, I smiled like everything was okay, but every night, I cried. I was working just to survive. My paychecks would come and go before I could even breathe. It was gone, paying for another night at a hotel. I didn't know I was going to pay for another week. I didn't know where our next meal was going to come from. I didn't know what tomorrow was going to look like. I remember looking at my son while he slept and asking God, Lord, what do I do now? As a mother, there's no worse feelings than wanting to give your child the world and feeling like you fell down. I was tired. I was mentally tired, emotionally tired, financially tired, spiritually tired. I had reached a point where I honestly felt like giving up. Then God sent someone in my life, my manager, Shayla Stewart. Look at me and ask me one simple question. She said, did you call Hillcrest back? I told her no. Something said inside me, you want to believe nothing would change, but this time I took the chance. I filled an application. A few days later, my phone rang. It was Miss Kelly. Looking back now, she probably thought she was just making another phone call, but she wasn't. She was making the phone call that would change my life. Miss Kelly welcomed me with compassion. She walked me through the process, answered every question, and stayed with me until my son and I finally moved into Hillcrest. When I walked through these doors, I thought I was walking into a housing program. I had no idea I was walking into my healing. Hillcrest didn't just give me a place to live. Hillcrest gave me a chance to live. When I first got there, I didn't know how to budget at all. If I had money, I spent it. I didn't know the difference between needs and wants. I spent my entire life putting everybody before myself. No one ever taught me how to manage money. No one taught me how to prepare for life. At 41 years old, I was finally learning lessons I should have learned as a little girl. I also walked into Hillcrest carrying years of pain. I smiled on the outside, but the inside I was broken. I held everything in, expecting the worst in every situation. I didn't trust people. I didn't believe in myself. And yes, Miss Kelly can tell you there were days my budget stressed both of us out. So much she walked out of the office for a minute. Today we laugh about it, but back then, nothing wasn't funny. Then one day something changed. It wasn't money. It wasn't a new apartment. It wasn't a new job. It was my son. I looked at the client and I realized if I gave up, what would I be teaching him? I didn't want to give up believing that when life get hard, you quit. I wanted him to see a mother who fight, a mother who keep going, a mother who get knocked down but always get back up. That when I decided if I wanted a different life, I had to become a different woman. Hillcrest taught me so much more than how to budget. It taught me self-care. It taught me healing. It taught me parenting. It taught me sacrifice. It taught me discipline. And it taught me responsibility. Most important, I'm sorry, it's long.
It's good. It's really good.
It taught me that I was worthy. This program isn't easy. There were days I couldn't afford to get my hair done. I couldn't get my nails done. Sometimes I just couldn't even pay nobody to cut my son's hair. So I got on TikTok and watched video, and I learned how to do it myself. Because sometimes growth look like going what you never done before. Sometimes healing look like sacrifice. Sometimes success start with saying, I can't afford that today, but I'm building myself better for tomorrow. I can proudly say I am not the same woman who walked into Hillcrest. Hillcrest introduced me the woman I was always meant to be. Today, I am earning my medical assistant certificate. I am finished my GED. I have 2 jobs. I work at a daycare. I work at Amazon. I have my own apartment. I pay off debts that I never thought I would pay it off. I'm back on my healthy journey. But the greatest accomplishment isn't those things. My greatest accomplishment is today. I finally believe in myself. For the first time in my life, I know my worth. There are some people I want to thank. To Shayla. Thank you. Thank you. You saw something in me I can't see myself. You were my manager, but you became much more. You became family, a mother figure, a sister, a best friend, a mentor. Every time I wanted to quit, you remind me why I couldn't. Thank you for believing in me before I believe in myself. I love you. To Miss Kelly, thank you for making that phone call. You didn't just change my address, you changed my future. Thank you for every budget meeting, every conversation, every resource, every ounce patience. Thank you for refusing to give up on me, to not refusing to give up on me. To Miss Amy and entire Hillcrest staff, thank you for loving my son and me. Thank you for making us feel safe. Thank you for treating us like family instead of numbers. To every volunteer, thank you for every ride to work, every ride to get my medicine, every encouraging conversation. You may never fully understand how much those things meant to me. To Miss Susan and Mr. Dave, thank you for loving my son. Thank you for taking him to see that fire station because you knew how much he loved firefighters and fire trucks. The smile on his face that day remind me that every hard times, children can still experience joy. I will never forget that. And to Miss Mary, thank you for helping me heal. Because of you, I don't carry anything by myself anymore. You taught me that healing is strength. To every new resident, please don't skip therapy. Please don't skip the hard conversation. Healing is where your life begins. To my new Hillcrest sisters, this isn't goodbye. It's simply see you later. Thank you for every laugh, every cry, every life skill class, every conversation, every hug. I'm gonna miss every one of you. As I leave Hillcrest, I leave stronger, wiser, healed. My goal is to continue to school, continue to work in, continue growing, continue breaking January curse. Continue giving my children the life I never had. And every person that walked into Hillcrest for the first time, I know you're scared. I know you're overwhelmed. I know you wonder, is this program worth it? It is. Trust the process. Lean on the people around you. Allow yourself to heal. One day you'll look in the mirror and you won't realize the person staring back because you become someone stronger than you ever imagined. I'm leaving you this. Your past is a chapter. It is not your whole story. Your pain had purpose. Your struggle has meaning. Your comeback is possible. Because if God taking a woman out of a hotel room with her son and bring her here, standing before today, then there is nothing he can do. And finally, to my son, Daquan, thank you for being my reason. There were days when I thought I didn't have anything left to give. But every time I look at your face, God reminds me that quitting will never be an option. Everything I fought for, every late nights, every tear, every sacrifice, every class, every budget meeting, every prayer was for you. I pray that one day when you're older, you will understand everything that your mom went through, but she never quit. I hope you remember that no matter how hard life gets, you keep faith, you keep moving forward, and you never stop believing that God has something greater waiting for you. I may not be able to give you everything I wanted in the beginning, but today I can give you even more valuable. Example of faith. Example of the mother who refused to let circumstance define her future. I love you more than words could ever express. Thank you for saving me when even realized you did. Hillcrest, you didn't just change my address. You changed my family tree. because what started with one mother looking for a safe place to live became the beginning of a new legacy of faith, a legacy of healing, a legacy of education, and a legacy of stability, and a legacy that my children and their children will benefit. Hillcrest, thank you for believing in me, and I will learn to believe in myself. May God continue to bless every staff member, every volunteer, every donor, and every family that walks through this door. Thank you.
You always hear me say it works if you work it, and it won't if you don't. And I'm so glad that you worked it. And I'm so godly proud of you, and I tell her that so often. And so there are times that I have sat with her, and I wanted her to be able to reflect herself on what she has accomplished. And some days she wants to be modest about what she's done. She has done the work. And because you have done the work, I want you to know that God has seen everything that you have done. And I was looking at this quote that said, the first step towards getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. And you decided that you are not going to stay where you were. And you have actually done the work. The Bible also lets us know that old things are passed away. Behold, all things become new. He's doing a new thing in you. And so what I did was I kind of wanted to give you like a little toolkit. And when you see certain things, I want you to be reminded of being here and reminded of where you're going from here. One of the things I want to give you is this frog. This frog, you would never see it jump backwards. It will always go forward. And I'm giving you that to remind you that going back is not an option. Going back is not an option. I don't care what comes. I don't care what goes. It's not an option. Also, I want to give you a butterfly. This butterfly is symbolic of your new beginning. You have been transformed. How? By the renewing of your mind. You're not the same person that walked into my office several months ago. You're not that person. Some things that I would give her as an assignment was just little things that she should do every day. And so she would come back and say, Miss Mary, guess what I did? Yeah. And then she would tell me what she did. And I just want to commend you on how, when it comes to healing. There's three things that when you start looking at healing that has to happen. And it's how. Being honest, being open-minded, and then being willing. You got to be willing to do some things that you've never done if you want something that you've never had. So to be stuck and not move is a choice, but going back is not even an option. So I wanted to give you this ink pen. It has a crown on it because I want you to not only know who you are, but I want you to remember whose you are. You belong to the Most High God. He said he will never leave you and he will never forsake you. And I'm giving you this little crown to wear. So when you start to doubt whose you are, you wear this and you'll always know who you belong to. And then as we give all of our participants in the counseling center, we give them an owl. That's so you can stay in your wise mind. Don't get caught up in emotions, trying to be all rational. We want you to keep the balance. And I want you to put the keys to your new apartment on your new keychain. God bless you and God keep you.